Hey guys, I recently made a video on playlist promotion as a service to potentially market your new single or some of your songs. So I decided to make another insight video / review on Playlist Push, just to give you some behind the scenes insight of my campaign that I ran with them. How I want to break down this video is just to give you a bit of insight to what actually Playlist Push looks like behind the scenes, talk about some of the things I liked about it, and talk about some of the things I didn't like about it. Hopefully at the end of this video you'll be able to see, hey, do I like Playlist Push? Should I spend some money with them? Will it help me get more streams, listeners, and followers to my music? So let's dive into it. So this is the campaign I ran for my song called Sorry, and this is what Playlist Push looks like from the back end when a campaign is complete. Kind of gives you a timeline of when your song was accepted, you scheduled campaign, you launch, curator deadline, and full report. So in a nutshell, Playlist Push needs to accept your song. So you kind of give them a link to your song, a bit of info, they accept it or not. You will schedule a campaign to, you give your target audience of what your music is and what kind of playlist that your music should be on. They'll launch your campaign and they'll send it out to all their community of curators who listen to your music and will accept your song or not for their playlist. And then the curators have about 2 weeks to give feedback to your song, and then they will give a full report to you of what all the curators said about your song. So these are normal people who have, either they do this, they run a playlist full time and they're a full time curator, or they're just, they have regular jobs and they run a playlist on the side. Playlist Push pays these curators to review songs, and you pay Playlist Push. So that's how the economics work. So if you want to create a new campaign, you sign up for an account in Playlist Push, and then here's where you just give them your song and they will accept your song or not. So let's dive into the view full report option of the campaign. And so here again, the campaign launched in June. Curator deadline was July 8th, Insights July 22nd, and the full report was available August 5th. It does run for a few weeks. Here's the results. Kind of the interesting things that we want to know is, here are the total plays you were added to by curators from their network. So I was added to 3 playlists on a song. The highest popularity during the campaign period compared to the lowest. Not really sure what that means. The highest popularity during the campaign period. This value is between 0 and 100 that Spotify gives a track representing the popularity on the Spotify platform. Sure, I guess my song was 17th popularity in that time compared to other songs. Artist growth, I had 74,000 monthly listeners. So this is the following numbers may include listeners from your other tracks, not just one. So this is a bloated metric. This is taking all your songs and not specifically the song they just ran. Then this is the same, the total number of followers. So let's take a look at some of the reviews that you would get on, or that I got. This is not to say that you would get these types of reviews. So Andre, he was saying that this is not a hip hop song. Is like a pop indie song. It will not fit in my playlist style. Sorry. Looks like Andre was running like a hip hop playlist and maybe my song got in there somehow. It's too bad because I wouldn't have asked to be on any hip hop playlists. I'm a fan of this little groove you have going on in this melody. Your vocals are pretty solid and the lyrics are really well written. Nice tune. Wherever you see the Spotify logo is where I got on the playlist. And so pretty positive feedback, like pretty nice. Some of them can be a bit short, like the song doesn't fit my playlist style, or I do not think it's bad, but I do not think it's the best. Song has weird vocals and vibes. So sometimes you can get, I guess, people that have just had a long, exhausting day at work and are frustrated to listen to any sort of music afterwards and don't give you maybe the most enthusiastic feedback as they should be. So these are all reviews. We can go to placements, where I can only see I've gotten 2 placements here, but it says 3 at the top. So I'm not sure what's happening there. These are just unread reviews, I would assume. You can thank the curator, or you can report the curator if they've really given you some negative feedback, or perhaps have said some inappropriate things. You can report them to Playlist Push. In general, a positive campaign because I got on Spotify playlists. Was it as great as I wanted it to be? No, I wouldn't say it was. I think you're always wanting more, but that's just, I think, human nature, especially when it comes to your music. You're always just, you think you deserve more than you actually do, maybe. So I would say it wasn't super negative because they helped me get in front of people. The other question to ask yourself, is it worth how much you spend for the campaign? And in this case, I think I spent $500 for this campaign, or 400. So if I go to the invoice, I can see, yeah, I spent 411 US dollars, I think. So is that economically worth it to get on 2 playlists or 3? Who knows, actually? I would say no, because that's just a lot of money to get on those playlists. The return you're going to make in streams on those playlists are definitely not, there's no ROI, return on investment on that. Perhaps you could get a conversion in followers on those playlists that perhaps could buy some of your music or buy merch, and maybe you can get the return there. But it's a hard case to make, to spend $400 and get on 2 or 3 playlists. That's just for me, though. It's really not to say that it won't work for you. It does really depend on the quality of your song, and the more you spend, the more reach you'll have with curators that could be potentially the better fit for your music. This is not to scare you from using Playlist Push at all. It's more to just give you like an insight of what it looks like for me and how it worked for me, and you can kind of make your decision with that. Hopefully this has given you some excitement to use Playlist Push, or maybe we'll steer you in a different direction. It doesn't matter. I hope that you can find some ways to increase your Spotify streams, your listeners, and your followers. Feel free to subscribe to this video. I'll make some more of these music marketing reviews videos of what I'm doing to promote my own music. And as always, I'll always be making music production and Logic tutorials as well. So I hope to see you in the next video.